Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chamira Elaine. For those of you who are new, for those of you who are not new, thank you all so much for coming back and supporting everything I do here with my channel. Oh, before we get into the video, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, a comment in the comment section down below, share with a friend, all that good jazz. But I just really want to make sure that y'all are subscribed. I'm also going to put my social media handle here for you all to connect with me on social media as well. So let's just get into the video. So by the title of this video, I am going to be doing my second kind of like series or second video for my start a business. Not even really how to start a business, but how to start an online boutique in particular sort of series. So this video is all about what you actually need to start an online boutique. I'm gonna link this video, which I kind of talked about tips on how to start a business. That included business name, business license, seller's permit, vendors, website platforms, all of that. I will highly suggest that you watch this video first before you get here, because this video is assuming that all of that stuff is in place and now you're kind of just trying to get the ball rolling. So let's just start. The first four things, I'm gonna lump sum them together because I included them in another video, but the first four things is, of course, like your business name, business certificate, your plan, and your website platform. Those things kind of work cohesively together. You need a business name before you can even get a business certificate, because your business name goes on that business certificate, and your seller's permit as well as business name will more than likely be like your URL for your website. And then your plan is just to make sure that you have just everything written down as far as your target audience, what you want to sell, how you're going to sell it, your marketing tools, what platforms you're going to use as far as like social media, basically like the plan on how to get the word out about your business. So those things is, you know, kind of comes first. The next thing that I have on this is to have like a graphic designer. I started off doing things on my own, trying out some things on my own. There are so many different websites out there where you can just play around with the different like graphic designs and stuff like that. So there's Canva, there's PicMonkey, there's Eraser, there's all of like the Adobe kind of like apps that you can use. Adobe you have to pay for, and Canva and PicMonkey, like you don't necessarily have to pay for those. The only reason you would spend money on those is if you want to use like their exclusive like items and stuff like that, but those are completely free. I will highly suggest you starting off with that if you don't have any money to kind of work with a graphic designer. Graphic designer is primarily there to help you with like a logo, to help you with marketing, whether it's giving you flyers or postcards to include in like your packaging, helping with the overall design and layout of your website. That's primarily what you could use a graphic designer for. However, hi you guys, you can also use a graphic designer to help design some of your items. I would highly suggest that you kind of start off doing those things on your own, playing around with it, especially if you have a particular idea of how you want your logo, your branding, your website, everything to look. Just play around with it. You'll be amazed at what you can figure out when you ain't got no money, or if you want to save some money. So yes, graphic designer. Business cards, you want to make sure that you have some business cards. Business cards are probably like the OG when it comes to like having and owning a business. Whenever you come into contact with people, you want to have your business cards on you to give to them, to give to anybody, to leave places. I used to leave my business cards in coffee shops. yes, you want to be able to have those business cards because it gives a small synopsis of who the business is, you know, and who you are and what you do. You know, that's what that business card is for, and for people to kind of reach out to you and look at your website and look at your social media handles and see what you have to offer. So for me, that business card is kind of like a step in a door for people to see who you are and if they should really rock with you. So make sure you have some business cards. Again, you can use a graphic designer, or you can try out like those websites that I mentioned before to try to make your own business cards. I worked with a graphic designer for my logo, but then I imported that logo onto Canva and I just had them make me some business cards, and like they sent it in the mail. You can also use Vistaprint for business cards as well, and I'm pretty sure there are a lot of other websites. Etsy is another one. They have it so where you can customize your business cards. Like, you don't have to work directly with a graphic designer. You can kind of custom make it on the website and they can send it to you that way as well. So those are all options that you can take advantage of when making like your business cards. The second thing that we all the way on another number. The next thing that I would suggest that you have are hang tags. When I first started my business, I did not have hang tags, and I really regretted it because I think that hang tags kind of mesh well with the whole overall look and branding of your business. Now, hang tags are simply just like tags that you put on clothes, and because I am not only working with like my merch items, which are items that I design, you know, I also do wholesale items. So those are items that I essentially get from like vendors and things like that. So because I'm mixing two different things into one, it will look really nice if I have my hang tags with my business name and things like that kind of on those items, so that it looks like they came from me. You know, it doesn't look like I ordered them off some website and now I'm shipping them to a customer. It's like, oh, like, you know, I have my item, I have the hang tag, I have the sizing on the back. Like, it's just a whole overall packaging of that item. It makes it look and feel as if it's coming from Look Better Naked Co. instead of online in China or wherever the hell they made them clothes. So I would highly suggest getting some hang tags. Again, you can use those same websites for hang tags. I can't think of the website right off the top of my head where I got my hang tag. Actually, no, it was Vistaprint. I use Vistaprint for my hang tags, and I went to Amazon to get like a tag gun to be able to put on the hang tags for your clothes. The next thing is some poly bags. Now this is when you're starting to get into shipping out items. I'm going to show you the two different poly bags that I have. I opted for a bigger poly bag, which is like what I ship it in, and then the clear kind of like they have like the suffocation warning on the back where I actually put my items. So I put my items in that clear bag, seal that clear bag up, and then put that clear bag in like my bigger green poly bag. I just like that because it helps me feel better that the products aren't going to be damaged or nothing's going to happen to it, and I think it gives it that overall new feeling like I'm getting some new clothes. Again, this is just the packaging and branding. Like, I wanted it to be, you know, as clean and neat and like, you know, kind of mocking what other brands do in a sense. And a lot of them include their items in like a clear bag before they actually put it in the shipping bag. So I'm going to show you all what that looks. So this is the clear poly bag that I was telling you all about. I put my items directly in here, and then I seal this shut. Once my items are in here, I put it in this larger poly bag, and that's just for me like the overall packaging and shipping stuff for my brand. I just wanted to look a certain way. And then inside of here I include like a little postcard that basically says thank you for your purchase, and I include like a coupon code for their next purchase, and then I also include a invoice, kind of like I I call it an invoice. I forget like the proper name for it, but it's just to help me and protect me when a customer says that they ordered something different or they spent a different amount. That invoice kind of tells you what they ordered, the size they ordered, when they ordered it, how much they paid, how much taxes they paid, what the discount was, if they got a discount off. It kind of outlines all of that information, and I include it in their package so that they know that this is what they ordered and I'm not just sending them anything. So I include all of that inside of like my shipping stuff. The next thing that I will say is definitely required if you're wanting to start an online boutique is to invest in a printer. You can either get a regular printer, I have a regular printer, or a demo label printer. Now the demo label printer, I wish I had, but again, I'm not about to spend no money on no extra printer when I have one. But that basically, it's like a regular shipping label, but it's sticky, like it has the adhesive like sticky side where you can stick it directly on the shipping label. When you're printing the shipping label from the computer, like off the computer from the printer, you have to attach it like with tape or tape it down. So those are the only like differences, but that is something that you need unless you want to go to the post office every day and write everybody address and write your address. Like it's just too much. If for one it's too much, for two it just looks a little bit unprofessional and like not well thought out, put together and stuff like that. So I would highly suggest that you invest in a printer. You can look on Amazon. They sell printers at the dang on thrift store. So I would just suggest looking for a cheap printer, especially if you're just starting off and not wanting to spend a lot of money. The next thing that I will say you should have when starting your business is a vendor list, a quality vendor list, especially if you're selling wholesale items. It took me a year to find like a really good quality vendor list, and even now like I really haven't utilized it because I'm low in funds, but I feel like once I get the money that I need to, like Look Better Naked is gonna take off, you know, because of the quality vendors that I have come across, and that just comes with doing research, making sure that you're doing your research to find good vendors and things like that, because it's gonna come in handy when you're wanting to sell your products at a higher expense. And you can't sell your products, I mean you can, but I wouldn't recommend you selling your products at a higher expense if the quality isn't higher, you know. So a lot of people opt for that quick fashion and things that you just only wear once and stuff like that. That's not the brand that I want Look Better Naked to be. I have items that I want people to wear all the time, so I have to kind of find vendors that that have quality products, and that's not just gonna rip or shrink or anything like that after 1 or 2 wears. So making sure that you just have you a good quality vendor list that you trust and that you can keep using for years and years and years. The next thing that I would say you need in starting your business is a phone or a camera, because you need to take pictures of your items. And I'm not just talking about any pictures, really good quality A1 HD photos. Okay, you want those photos to go on your website and all of your social media platforms, and if the quality and just resolution is super low, it's going to affect the way that your customers see your items. They're going to also think that the items are low quality and they're not going to purchase them. So if you have a really good phone, the iPhone, man, this iPhone takes some good pictures. You don't even really need like a photographer to like really take your pictures, because the iPhone, man, the iPhone takes some really good pictures. Or just like invest in like a camera or have photo shoots. So that you have some really good some really good quality photos to post for your business. That is extremely important, extremely important. The last thing that I will say you need to help start your business. Now, this is not something that I will 100% say you actually need. Some people's businesses do well without it, and some people's businesses kind of need it to help gain some kind of traction and a wider audience. is the use of ambassadors. Now, an ambassador is basically somebody that you can give free items to kind of help promote your brand. Usually ambassadors have a big following already or some sort of influence. Ambassadors are really, really important when you feel like your business is at a plateau, or you're wanting to start off your business on, like, you know, a really good note with using these people with just different social media influences. I just started using brand ambassadors, and I think that when they do post, it has helped my business, at least like my social media pages, get more attention. My websites get more views and things like that. So I do think that they are important. I was super reluctant to using them before because I felt like I was losing out on money when I was giving out, like, if you're giving out free product, you're gonna lose out on money. And I really didn't want to do that when I was first starting out. But then I started to realize, like, it really doesn't make a difference because I'm losing that money anyway because nobody is buying the item. So even if that means that I have to physically lose out on their money by giving away a free product, at least that will gain my business more exposure. So it's kind of like a give and take relationship. You have to lose money in order to make money sometimes, and that's just how the game goes when you're using brand ambassadors. But I do think that it really is a vital organ to a business. That's just my opinion. Those are all of the things that I think you need when starting a business. If you are a business owner and you have some other things, feel free to put them down in the description box. We're all one big family, we're friends, okay? We all trying to help each other. There's room in this business life, entrepreneurship life for everybody, and I'm really just here to help out other people because I feel like I don't really get that. I don't really know a lot of business owners to be receiving advice from, so I turn to YouTube and Google and blogs and, you know, things like that, and just watching how other business owners kind of move. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. If you have any other business related topics that you would like me to touch on, make sure you include those in the comment section below as well. And that's all, folks. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.